Muted. Damn it, man! Muted! Dang it, dude! No, man! That's not a good start to the frickin' City game. Hello, welcome to Bayern Now, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Man City versus Bayern Munich at the Etihad Stadium. This is going to be a game of magnificence. This is going to be a game with a lot on the line. Come on, man. Look, I'm excited, but I'm also super nervous. And I rightfully should be nervous, right? We're playing City in their own stadium. The pressure is on Man City to perform. Their players are almost all fit, similar to us. So, of course, it feels like, this is going to be crazy tough. And I don't mind. This is what the Champions League is about. This is what the competition we love so much produces every year. Ties like this. We have not played City since 2014 in the Champions? I don't even remember. We haven't played them since Pep went there. And that was that's 7 years ago, right? 2016. Dude, we haven't played City in 7 years. And I think they've been qualifying every single year. I guess maybe the reason is we're always getting first in our league and City's always winning the Prem. So the chances are slim. You can only meet them in the knockout rounds because they finish first in their league. So the English champions versus the German champions. And there's no Americans to help you out this time. Germany's coming in. England's getting taken over. You will not stop this Blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg! You won't stop it. We're coming for you. Erling Haaland. We got the lid at the back. No worries, my peoples. We got Upamecano. Come on, baby. We got Upamecano at the back. We're ready for City, man. We're ready. Leonardo da Vinci Goretzka, man. That big, artful-looking man in the midfield. Woo! Our medieval knight. We are going to handle City. Let me stop, because this game has some genuine. It has me thinking, how is Bayern going to line up? How is City going to line up? And to be completely honest, I have not been watching City, even though, I literally could. City would be playing. I know they're playing, and I could just click the game and watch, but I don't like watching City just cook teams because then it kills my confidence. I can't come in here in good faith and be like, we're going to beat City, and they beat Liverpool 4-1 and Southampton 4-1 and freaking Leipzig 7-0. I turned off the Leipzig game after their second goal because I was like, they're going to win it anyways. So, yeah, Jack Grealish is back in form. City is lining up with something that looks... Wait, that's not right. Google says it's a 3... No, that can't be true. They have John Stones in midfield. No, that's not it. Gundogan and Rodri kind of play like a double pivot. But really, De Bruyne coming in, it's a 4-3-3 with Nathan Ake at left back. See, that's been a strength for City. And look, I think City's going to be weak out wide. I don't know why. If Kyle Walker doesn't start at right back and they have a Kanji there, and if they're I don't know. I just think for some reason, let me see their lineup against Liverpool. Kanji, Ruben Diaz, and Ake. Ake was left back. Wait, John Stones is playing midfield? Nah, that can't be right. That cannot be right. This is crazy. You guys are watching me learn. Dang, man. I usually don't like doing research anymore for these teams before I go live because I would like to just react to whatever City do live with you guys. This is ridiculous. Okay, I need to see where Akanji played. Okay, Akanji kind of played like a right center back. Diaz a middle center back. Ake like a left back. Oh my gosh, John Stones is actually kind of playing midfield. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll cook them if that's what that's what we're trying to do. We'll cook City if that's the formation they're going with. Stones as a midfielder. Yeah, I just learned that. What the hell, man? Pep's a crackhead. You just know that's one of his strategies to throw off Bayern. There's no way he's going to play John Stones in midfield versus us. I mean, I don't even know why I'm surprised. It's freaking Pep. This is what he does best. It's Pep, and this is what he does best. That's some good rhythm, some good rhyming. All right. Nah, I don't know why I'm surprised. What the hell is City trying to do? You guys think they're going to play Stones against us in midfield? I would not mind that at all. I know City's playing well with it, but I would not hate that. See, I would think, oh, maybe John Stones is like a right back and then Gundogan comes. Bro, he's genuinely playing in a midfield 3 or midfield or double pivot. What the hell is Pep trying to do, man? Pep's doing inverted center back, right back. Bro's just twisting the game, man. I should have watched some City games before this. Chris Abb says, as a Bayern fan, I'm saying City will smash us. What kind of confidence is that? We are the only team in this Champions League that has not lost. Wait, did City lose? Oh, yeah, City is the other team to not lose a single game. No. We have won every game. City have drawn against Leipzig. Yeah, we have a flawless record. We're the best team in the Champions League. We're Bayern Munich. We will do this. I believe in us. Like Ted Lasso. Believe. Okay? Believe in this team. Believe more than you can believe. Believe in the team. Drink water. Relax. Drink Capri Sun. That bold egghead Pep is going to feel it, man. Thomas Tuchel ban is going to bring terrorism to the Etihad. The other way around for once. Cancelable joke right there. But I don't care. We're going to win. We got to do this. We're going to take it seriously. From minute 0 to 90, we're going to defend. Defend, man. Atletico Munich out here. We will defend for 90 minutes. I don't care. 10 at the back. I need Cancelo at the back. You know, maybe we could go Pavard at right back. It's probably going to be Pavard at right back. Maybe Cancelo left back because Davies didn't play well last game. I mean, that's an interesting point. How will Bayern line up? Here, let's try to envision how the FC Bayern München will line up. All right, let's try and envision this, guys. And let's try to match it to what we think City is going to do. So, first things first, I don't think Tuchel's going to change the system because the players are used to it. And this is an opportunity for the players to prove that they can play in that system. Davies didn't have his best game last game, right? So Cancelo might just start at right back. And Pavard, who had a great game last game, goes at center back. Now, this might not be as bad as you think because I think City with no, defined left back and Ake not being this fast fullback and Grealish not being fast, Pavard's problem is really pace. So, yeah, I mean, you could always change it, in the middle of the game. But I think I don't know why I put Coman's going to – you guys think Coman will start? The question is Choupo even fit? I'm acting like I just woke up. I feel like I read something. Well, I know Choupo was low-key injured. Bayern's search for a new striker has definitely started behind the scenes. The club's bosses no longer trust Choupo-Moting to keep his form next season due to his recent injuries. Meanwhile, Matisse Tell needs time. So is Choupo – tell me Choupo's going to be fit, man. Yeah, guys, Choupo – he didn't injure his back that time. Oh, Benfica striker Gonçalo Ramos could be an option for Bayern. Okay. So, all right, Choupo's available. Okay. No. I'm reading the wrong thing. If Akanji gets booked, he's out for the second leg, and that could be a huge blow for City. if Kimmich gets booked and Mazraoui get booked, we're screwed. Why is Kimmich always collecting yellow cards? You're not a yellow card machine, guy. You're a midfielder. I expect freaking fullbacks and defenders getting that many yellows. Oh, Lord have mercy. Choupo's not in the team. Ah, this is some bull crap, man. Oh my gosh. I thought he was fit. That's why I know, he was like kind of injured, but oh man. Well, at least we have Tell, but a 17-year-old against City. Guys, I'm looking at the team sheet now, the list of players that are traveling, and crap. Ulreich, Sommer, Schenk, right, goalkeepers, Upamecano, De Ligt, Pavard, Kimmich, Gnabry, Goretzka, Sané, Coman, Mane, Davies, Sarr, Cancelo, Blind, Muller, Gravenberg, Tell, Mazraoui, Musiala, Stasic. I totally forgot we signed Daley Blind. This guy has not played. Has bro left the house yet? Oh my gosh. We signed him just for vibes, huh? Ajax didn't want him, so we signed him. So Choupo doesn't play because he's injured. Gosh, I thought he was. Oh man, I thought it was just like one of those injuries where he's back the next game, like the ones Goretzka used to get. And speaking of Goretzka, I'm really happy he's staying fit. So we might end up seeing frickin' Gnabry start, and maybe that's why I would not hate it that much, to be completely honest. I wouldn't hate seeing Gnabry just start off the bat. I think Sané is going to play as well. I think the decision is Sané or Musiala. But I don't think Tuchel's stupid. I think he played Musiala from the start. Musiala created 2 big chances for his teammates. I think he's just going to go with Musiala. But the question is, Coman, I think it's going to be Sané. This is how the team's going to look. I can almost guarantee you our team is going to line up like this. It's going to be a 4-2-3-1, Pavard at right back with Cancelo at left back. Boom. Why is Sarr still at my... He ain't in my club. Notice how my bench don't have bonus Sarr, that freaking bum. Yeah, I think Davies is going to be on the bench. And look, this gives us options. Guys, remember, there's 5 substitutions we could make. Choupo's injured. 5 substitutions. Now, here's the thing. City... I don't know how City's going to line up, to be completely honest. Oh, let's give Ederson color right there. Okay. So there's going to be a Kanji, 5, a Kanji. I don't even remember the City players' numbers. And then 2, Ruben Diaz. I don't even know if he's number 2. I think Ake's number 3. So if City end up playing like this, with this back line, and then Stones in midfield, will give Stones number 6 or something. I don't know. No, let's just give Rodri number 6. And then number 5 will give Stones number 5. If this ends up being how City play, we could have an easy game, because Stones is not a natural midfielder. He's a center back playing midfield. If Pep goes with that line, I don't think Pep's stupid. So I think it's going to be Gundogan, De Bruyne, right? So let's just put Haaland in here. Just get that Norwegian weirdo in here. I don't know if Foden's going to start, but I know Gundogan's going to play. He's fit. No, Foden's injured. Yeah, Foden's injured, guys. Alvarez will not play, but if Pep went with him, I'd be terrified, because Julian Alvarez is a big game player. 3-2. 4. So I forget. Can you guys tell me the attack? I'm freaking confused. City fans, tell me the attack. Yeah, City 3-2-4-1. Pep's out here doing a back 3. Never thought I'd see that in my life. But the thing is, Pep playing a back 3 is like, it's like, what is it like? I can't think of an analogy, but really, it's not really a back three. It's like a booty on a Kardashian. That's better. Yeah. It's not real. Like Pep playing that back three don't mean nothing. They're still City. They're playing the same football. Oh, Grealish. I forgot about Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish. Crack Grealish, you mean. Grealish, man, bowler. He's cooking. See, the thing is, people watch City and, Mahrez. I forgot. Riyad Mahrez. Is he 11? No, he's like 25. Like some odd number, right? Yeah, 26. Yeah, that's not an odd number. That's an even number. But, yeah, Mahrez is going to be a huge threat. But so here's how City are going to line up. Oh, yeah, De Bruyne. I forgot about that freaking weirdo. All right, Kevin De Bruyne. Okay. I think this closely resembles City's team. I think maybe having Stones in midfield, if he's capable of reading the game well, one, I think just make him get injured and then City have to change shape. But this is how I see City lining up. Well, this is how they're going to line up based on what you guys are saying. We have De Bruyne in here. It's a very interesting system. I think the half spaces are going to be occupied with De Bruyne and Gundogan. We're going to have to be very careful. The space between Upamecano and De Ligt is going to be monitored constantly, right? By De Ligt or Upa tracking Haaland. Like if Haaland starts here, it's Upa's responsibility. If he starts here, it's De Ligt's responsibility. I am not that scared of Haaland this game. I'm not that terrified because we have two center backs that, like, Haaland's weakness is probably like winning headers and holding the ball up, right? Well, if that's his weakness, our center backs don't have to worry about him like holding the ball up and backing into them. All they have to worry about are his runs. And guess how fast these mother zuckers are. De Ligt's a fast man. Upamecano's even faster. So I'm not worried about Haaland. What I'm worried about is this space between. Oh, I can just draw. This space right here. I'm worried about this space. If Mahrez isolates Cancelo, see, this is why I would almost just go with Davies. Because Mahrez tracks back, but he's not fast. He's not Mbappe, you know? So if Davies is able to win duels against Mahrez, he's automatically against Akanji at the back there. Do you guys think that's possible if we just go with Davies? So I'm worried about this space, right? Because Pavard does, one of his biggest weaknesses and why I don't think he'll ever be a good right back, which is why I wouldn't mind seeing Mazraoui just play from the start, take that risk. Tuchel will play 5-4-1, mark my words. See, that's the thing. He could, but I don't see how the system would not be good for us. I mean, at any moment, we could have three strikers to press their center backs. And then I don't, Muller would be covering the ball side CDM, and we could place extra pressure on John Stones with three players that could easily hug around him with Kimmich tracking De Bruyne. But I think really the whole game, it's going to be Goretzka on De Bruyne. If Leon Goretzka is able to stop Kevin De Bruyne, it's going to be a very different kind of game. We have to play with Davies. Okay, so let's say we do play with Davies. But why would you? I don't think Tuchel's going to drop Pavard because, hey, in my match reaction, I got to hold my hands up. I said, Pavard made some mistakes. He did, but that man, I forgot, played very well. His balls were great. Like you could really feel like the attackers just loving his ball. I made that purposefully sus. I'm sorry. It was just so. It was there, right? It was there. Okay, in defense, I think the instruction to Musiala and Sané will be to track Grealish and Mahrez. That's going to be the instruction. So that way, if Grealish comes out wide, he doesn't just get a free pass. And then Pavard and Cancelo can tuck inside, right? And then Musiala's tracking Mahrez here, which means if De Bruyne wants to make a pass, then Sané's tracking. And that might be a great move, man. It might be a very good move. So if we got to monitor this half space, you guys got to see what City do, man. They love half space football. They love passing it right here. You don't see it coming, right? Whether it's Haaland making a run and then De Bruyne picks him out, or it's Mahrez making a run, Gundogan picks him out, or De Bruyne gets a pass zigging through your back line, you have to watch this space right here. So I think whoever dominates these exchanges, whether it's Goretzka falling in and then Musiala tracks Gundogan, or Kimmich falling in following De Bruyne, it might really be switched where Kimmich's defending more on this side because Goretzka's going to have to be so tight on De Bruyne, man. We cannot let Kevin De Bruyne start spamming balls in behind us. That would be terrible. Follow you from Saudi Arabia, my Saudi Arabians, man. Pavard, yes, they press aggressively, but leave a lot of gaps in behind. Yeah, but here's the thing. City's going to have a majority of the ball, so I'm just analyzing how we're going to defend because that's what we're going to be doing for the majority of this game. But let's say we don't start with Cancelo because we're saying Davies didn't have his greatest game against Freiburg, but Cancelo didn't either. So let's say we do start with Davies and Pavard at right back, which could be more likely than Cancelo now that I think about it. This gives us so much more license. I trust that Alphonso Davies will run to Mahrez, a ball in behind to somebody. He's going to run after that. Like, I trust Davies way more than I trust anyone else to defend those pockets. So, okay, how are we going to attack City? Because they're going to be like put in this position here. The first thing we have to do is play out of the back correctly, right? Haaland's going to be kind of, drop covering somebody here. De Bruyne usually comes out, and it's like a 4. Do City still pressing somewhat of a 4-4-2? I remember watching City, and they always press like this, where De Bruyne almost joins, and him and the striker try to take out the pivot, and that's usually how their press is. And then they wouldn't be pressing in a 4-4-2. What's City's pressing structure? Can any City fan tell me? Tuchel will use a 5-4-1. That's how he beat us. Yeah, but Tuchel's not a one-dimensional manager. He beat you with that formation because that's what he used with Chelsea. And it looked like a 5-4-1, but it was a 3-4-3. The formation he had been playing at Chelsea. It's just he went more defensive against City, which is understandable. They still press in their 4-4-2 structure. Okay, so I'm curious. Does Ake join up here? Does he, do their, well, this would be a terrible structure because you're leaving this crazy space. So who comes out? Maybe John Stones comes here. And then Ruben Diaz comes in here. And then Rodri pushes up or something. Maybe that's what it is. A 3. Okay. Thank you. So it is still a 4-2, but it's a 3-1. Okay. So this might be, I don't know. Where does their extra midfielder go? Wingback's too high. Who's the wingback? Okay, this is the midfielder. So I know these guys cover this space, right? And then do I have too many City players? Because I don't know how are they gonna make this press work? They let opponents defend. Defense have the ball and press with a 3. Oh, thank you. Okay, so yeah, so this is what I'm doing, right? They're not gonna let Kimmich drop deep or Goretzka drop deep. So one of these guys will always follow. So they're gonna let De Ligt have the ball. They'll let Pavard get the deep. And I'm guessing maybe they employ a very, strict press out wide. I don't know. Won't Cancelo start? Barca fans are in my chat. Damn, man. A 2-3 tie. Okay. Well, so look, the key for Bayern is the midfield battle. Let's kind of go back to a neutral formation here. So this is the key for us. Win that midfield battle, and we can actually do crazy damage to City. But we're not going to win the midfield battle traditionally by just, playing. We have to, for us, counterattacks are going to be freaking useful. So if Sané, let me zoom into my face real quick. If Leroy Sané or anyone in that team gets a 1v1 against Ederson and they don't score it, back to slavery, boy. Nah, I'm whipping all of these players. This is not the kind of game to be missing 1v1s. Stones go back to right defense, Gundo and Rodri mid defense. Oh, yeah, okay. So you mean kind of like this? Where John Stones gets in here, Rodri kind of goes in there, and then Gundogan takes care of Muller. And then De Bruyne and Haaland kind of try to kill out the pivots. And then, okay, that makes sense. So long balls to Sané over the top could be dangerous. Or if Muller can manipulate, maybe Gundogan, drops in to get Muller, but Muller moves to Rodri, and then maybe Gnabry runs around here and in behind or something. So long balls are going to be crucial. But for us, right, if City's going to press like this, and by the way, this looks deceptively. Wait, Ake would be closer to Sané. Okay. So it's like a staggered, press with a back three. Okay, that makes sense. And there's a lot of shuffling. So for us, Upamecano is going to be crucial to make passes around the press to the goal, right? Upa got to score like this. We need Upa to score a goal that looks like this. You just know that guy probably has the ability to do it. Yeah, we need passes that break the lines, right, to people's feet, not over the top. So if it's a structure like this, maybe you got Grealish coming, maybe he steps out like this and then makes a pass where De Bruyne can't intercept, and to Muller's feet or to Gnabry's feet. Upa has the range to do it, man. In this instance, I think it's going to look more like this. Yeah, this is how you'll see a lot of weird players in odd positions. Terminator loves a goal versus Bayern. Yeah, Haaland has scored a lot every time he played us. But again, what am I saying? In order to stop City, because that's our buildup, but our defense is going to be critical this game. It's going to be so crucial how we defend in this game. How we defend, look, Ake is going to be here. This is how the game's going to look. Let me just move City's players where they're probably going to end up being the majority of the game. This is how we're going to look for huge portions of that game. All right? This is actually how we'll be looking. And that's fine. It's City, bro. And it's their stadium. If we're doing this at the Allianz Arena, I might have some problems with somebody. But this is how they're going to look. Gnabry, it's going to be a tight, compact Bayern with Muller ready to, press anywhere. Gnabry right next to him. And Goretzka on the side where De Bruyne is at. So De Bruyne will probably play on this side. So let's switch these two out. And this is how the game's going to be looking for a lot of it. Just tight. City attempting to get these passes here. Let's move Mahrez where he needs to be. Making these passes here. Getting these cutbacks and players running in. This is where we have to be really sharp. Maybe a ball from De Bruyne, over the top to Grealish. If Pavard's wrong side and Grealish cross to De Bruyne, and maybe it's too late. So what do we have to do? We have to be very aware of these pockets of space right here. We have to be super aware. Where's Stones? Yeah, right there. We have to be super aware. 5 hours until the game. Yeah, just 24 hours from now, man. City fan, but support Bayern in the Bundesliga. We don't rate that. We don't rate that. we don't rate it. Can't be supporting this oil club. So we have to be aware of that pass. This is how the game's going to look, right? Frickin' Diaz and Ake, they're going to stretch it out as much as they can. You know, pass here, pass there. And then Gundogan's going to come in. Rodri's going to drop, get a pass, boom. De Bruyne's going to come in, boom. And then pass him behind. Like, we have to be really aware of, like, how City's combinations work. And if Tuchel knows, he'll know. He'll know. Oh, someone says, nah, man, let me make my money, man. Let me make my money, man. Favorite show brand. Can you say hi, Adrian? Yeah, what's up, Adrian? How you doing, man? Or Adrian, if you're European. Predictions. I don't do score predictions, but I want the chat to give me some predictions, man. How do you think this game goes? How do you think City play in their stadium? How do you think we line up? Predictions. But all the preview is us thinking about what we can do and what the other team can do. It's not actually what will happen, because guarantee you something different happens. Oh, good news, boys. Lucas Hernandez is training with the ball for the first time since his ACL surgery, which is crazy. Dude, this guy got injured November, right? 5 months? And he's already back to foot training? Wow. Foot training. Of course, he's been training his foot this whole time. All right. Seeing a lot of 1-1, 2-2. Bayern win 2-0, 3-2 Bayern, 3-1 City. Oh, Bayern 3, City 1. Wow, a lot of confident people in the chat, man. That's fine. 7-1, okay, a lot of confidence there. 3-1. I think whoever wins this game, it won't be high scoring. I think this is going to be, how City versus Liverpool usually is. That's how I feel like this game's going to be. By the way, shout out to Ruben Diaz, man. A reporter asked him a really weird question. Like it was an out of pocket question. Like this is what they asked Ruben Diaz. Listening to myself, huh? I'm listening to myself, huh? They asked him, and he answered it like a gentleman, of course, because man. Here we go. This is what they asked him.
Theory that because the Bundesliga is there's a theory that because the Bundesliga is not at the same level really as the Premier League, that this should be a game that you win with a little bit to spare. Maybe do you not kind of agree like that?
I think we're way past that question by now, and especially after everything Bayern has done always. So we know we're up against a difficult side.
Wait, guys, did I just get copyrighted? It's an interview clip. Someone said don't play it. It's a copyright clip. Oh, man. Nah, come on. How is UEFA going to own the rights to an interview? There's no way that clip in particular is copyright. That's freaking BS. Ruben Diaz interview. Let me see if anyone else has it, because I don't want to get copyrighted. Oh, BT Sport do kind of own rights to. Crap, man. All right, whatever. It is what it is. Come on. It could be a copyright. We don't know. Okay, but so here, that's a very good point from Ruben Diaz. The reporter, see, what's wrong with these British reporters? Like, what's genuinely wrong with them? What is their obsession with finding every possible way to slander Bayern? Oh my gosh. I just realized this whole lineup, I've been assuming Coman won't start. Nah, start Coman, man. Start him. I feel like he'd cause problems for City. Well, yeah, let me go back. These reporters, how are you going to ask them, like, given that Bayern play in the Bundesliga and you play in the Premier League, is this like an easy game for you? Like, dude, who do you think we are? We have 6 Champions Leagues. If we win one more, we have won more than any British team. Like more than Liverpool, who are on 6 with us. We have won more than Man United. City are on 0. We are the only team in the Champions League with 8 wins in 8 games. How disrespectful is it to say, because Bayern play in the Bundesliga, does that mean they're not a difficult opponent? Like, come on, dude. Like, this is why people like laugh at Prem fans. This is why we laugh at you. Because you're all like so deluded in your thinking. You believe in your minds it's the Prem and then nothing else. And then the crazy thing is all these teams sign players from the Bundesliga. Freaking Gundogan, Haaland, De Bruyne, Akanji, bro. Dog, these are all Bundesliga players. If the Prem was so good, the young players in the Prem would be 10 times better than the young players in the Bundesliga. Come on. Name me one player from City who developed through a Premier League team. The only one you'd say is John Stones, right? And that guy's injured every week. But Akanji, Diaz, Rodri, Nathan Ake, well, I guess he kind of grew up at Bournemouth, so maybe that's a good one. Gundogan, De Bruyne, right? Grealish. No, not Grealish. Mahrez, Haaland. So apart from Jack Grealish and John Stones, there's no like Premier League bred players in your team. Look at Bayern's team. How many Bundesliga bred players do we have? Countless. How many French players do we have? Countless. What does that tell you? That the Bundesliga plays a higher quality level of average Bundesliga teams play better football than most Premier League teams. They're better coached. Germany has better coaches. The best manager Klopp isn't the best manager anymore. But where did he develop? The Bundesliga, right? And he was ripping the Prem apart. Pep developed in Spain, improved in the Bundesliga. Like, you're acting like, I don't know. They just can't understand why Bayern wins so much. We don't win so much because, everyone else just sucks so much. We win so much because we're so good. We are the second most consistent team in Champions League history behind Real Madrid. If we weren't serial bottlers, we'd have about 5 freaking more trophies to show for it. So, man, that was a disrespectful comment. That freaking geek, man. Phil Foden. Well, Klopp did rip the Prem apart. I mean, I agree, Jurgen Klopp, slander him all you want, but he came to Liverpool, took a team that was trash, and made some average players look good for a few years. Bundesliga is playground league. Freaking dork, man. Geek. You are going out no more. Bundesliga is the best scouting. We do, yes. AC Milan, one more than... No, aren't they on 8? They're on 8. Yeah, AC Milan's on 8. We got a ways to go. But, like, the amount of finals we've been in, we should have won so many more, man. Should have won so many more. Nah, Man City, this is a game... Like, it feels like every year Bayern's having to defend, like, ourselves in a different way. Like, we're having to defend who we are every year. There's never a season where we're not actually having to just play football without, look at them winning the league. There's never been that season. And maybe that's better for us because our players are grounded in a different sense. George, I recently read Kolo Muani wants Bayern more than to Real. Yeah, Kolo Muani does want to join Bayern more than Real, but I don't know if Real actually wanted him. Oh, they have 7, not 8. I thought AC were. Ooh, we're one more away from AC, man, and we'll have the second most Champions Leagues. What do you think? We don't defend, bro. Mia San Mia. London clubs can tell stories. Now it's City's time to suffer. See, this is the problem with these Prem fans, man. Like, how many times do they need to see Bayern rock up to frickin' Spurs' stadium and smack them up? Rock up to Chelsea Stadium. Look, Tuchel will gain my respect if he doesn't go in super defensive. He would gain my respect. Here's some news, transfer news. $100 million could be affordable, or euros actually, could be affordable for Bayern this summer to sign a striker. Selling superstars in order to raise funds is being discussed. A lot will depend on what Tuchel wants. Harry Kane is currently not a hot topic. Kolo Muani, a more serious track. I don't know, man. Kolo Muani, I like him. I was talking about him before everyone else, and we were talking about him before anyone else on this channel. But he's not a Bayern striker. He needs space. Let's just put it that way. And it's something he can develop, but we don't spend $100 million to see you develop. All right, we spent $100 million for the finished product right then and there. So I don't know if I actually want Kolo Muani right now, or if it'd be beneficial for us. We'll see. But guys, I'm looking forward to the City game. I think there's going to be a lot on the line. The pride. It's just going to be an insane game. Let me read some manager comments. Did Pep say anything about his former club? The players have arrived in Manchester, to play. It's odd that a team based out of the Middle East is actually based in Manchester. Isn't that odd? All right. Newbell will definitely leave Monaco in the summer. Decision has been made. Okay. Freaking bum. You could have been here. If Newbell had some balls, he could have been here instead of Jan Sommer. And speaking of Jan Sommer, he's going to be very important in this game. He needs to keep us in the game in crucial moments. If there's a save to make it. I mean, there's some saves you can't make. There's going to be goals in this game for sure. But I don't think it's going to be high scoring, like 4 or 5 or something. That's not going to happen. It's going to be a tight game. Bayern officials had a phone call with Victor Osimhen's management last week. The club told the player that they appreciate his quality, but at the moment he's too expensive. Osimhen is expected to cost way more than $100 million. You know what? I actually respect that from Napoli because 1, they're trying to keep him. 2, they bought him. They spent a lot of money for him. Did they buy him from Lille? I swear that's where they got Osimhen. Am I confusing him here with someone else? Yeah, they bought him from Lille. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 75 mil. Dude, come on. Of course they're going to want more money than that. Dang, they really believed in that boy to get that much for him. You think Hansi Flick will ever come back? No. Not at the moment. Not with the same sporting director, Brazo. Not with the way things went with Nagelsmann. Flick's going to look at that and go, that's going to be me if I go again. So Flick, I think, will come back with different people in charge. Let's just put it that way. At least Can's a different guy. But if Brazo's still here, I don't think Flick will want to come back. Because if you've already had a problem with one guy and someone else had the same problem, you're not going to be motivated to try to make amends and see if it works out in a different time. So I don't think Flick's going to come back. But yeah, damn, Osimhen would be expensive. I mean, he's a good striker, but 150 million? Hell no. No thanks. There's Gonçalo Ramos, who I'd argue is younger, right? So, and he's already kind of like inevitable in that sense. I mean, this guy had 3 goals in the World Cup. Like he ain't a bum, right? So I would try to sign someone like him, and he's less. If he's just 70 million, that's way better than paying 130 or 140 million for Seamhen. It's not worth it for me. It's just not worth it. And let's see what Napoli. Imagine if Napoli, out of all these teams, wins the Champions League. Imagine, dude. Gravenberch to Liverpool. No, will not happen. I think Ramos might be the move for Bayern. I mean, okay, in a game like this, here's my analysis of City. And maybe I'm wrong, but I think City became more one-dimensional with Haaland. But now it's different because, other people are scoring goals. But towards the beginning of this season, City were genuinely just relying on Haaland. Like if Haaland didn't score, if he didn't score, they didn't win. Now it's different. I feel like there's more people chipping in with goals. Julian Alvarez is chipping in with goals. Grealish is chipping in with goals. De Bruyne is scoring here and there. Gundogan might score from outside the box, low-driven shot. Who knows? Right. So there's more goal contributions coming from other players other than Haaland. But I still think in a game like this, if we are able to shut down Jack Grealish, I think you hurt City a lot because Grealish is kind of like their Neymar, He's a flair, energetic player who rarely loses the ball. And when he has it, he's always looking to create, dangerous opportunities. Grealish is someone we have to be paying attention to. So Pavard or whoever's playing right back is active on Grealish. If Upamecano, when he shuffles over to that side, is active on Grealish, then we're going to have a lot more joy in this game. But if we let Grealish run things, let him dribble our back line, we might end up conceding a penalty. We are in a record season for penalties conceded in freaking 70 years, dude. There's people that have been born and died that didn't see us concede as many penalties as we have this season, especially in the Bundesliga. So I think even against Victoria Pilsen, we conceded a penalty, and that was one of the goals they scored. I don't know if I remember that correctly, but we are conceding a lot of penalties. So we don't need a dribbler like Grealish in our box. So we got to keep him out. We got to keep City out of our box. Make them stay away, There's 3 systems, one with Haaland, one with Alvarez, and one with both. Yeah, that's versatility. But do you think both are going to start tomorrow? I highly doubt it. I don't think Pep's going to change that much. Grealish is a pro diver and can get a lot of set pieces, and he's not a diver. He actually gets fouled. That if a footballer gets fouled over and over again, they're not a diver. They're just really good at keeping the ball and manipulating the opponent's momentum to get through or to get a foul, to draw fouls. And we can't be seeing set pieces every time Grealish touches the ball. So we have to be careful. We have to just, how Goretzka did it to Messi, how Upamecano did it to Mbappe. When Grealish touches that ball, go in, either be aggressive, or if you let him turn and start, slowing down and start getting, starts trying to dribble through you, then that's a completely different situation. So we can't let Grealish have a fun time. Kimmich is on a yellow, yes. And so is Akanji, I think. Yeah. Counterattacks is the key for Bayern to cook City tomorrow, in my opinion. Absolutely. On the counter, we have to be hungry. Passion, desire. Yeah, you have to be hungry. Absolutely. Bayern will show up for big UCL games. That's true. We play different in this competition. Everyone talks about Real Madrid, but we also play different. Either we're a little bit poop or a little bit good, We have to be perfect because you can't go into this game making goalkeeping errors or passing back to City players on the edge of your box. You can't. You got to be absolutely focused. I trust our backline. I know that's crazy because some people in the world think our backline is terrible, but we haven't conceded as many goals as we normally concede. I feel like we're better defensively. Like De Ligt's better. The goals we concede, it's like a penalty, wonder goals. I don't know. I trust his defense, man. I trust us. Also, it's Cancelo's return to the Etihad. Ian Robin said Bayern Munich should sign him again. Brazo, don't think about it. Let my man retire in peace. Robin would probably be better than some of our wingers right now. He'd give me better performances than Gnabry, for sure. 100%. Man, imagine if Robin had modern medicine. He wouldn't be as injured as he was. Actually, I feel like injuries made Robin greater because it was always hilarious how he'd be out for half the season and then come out and get more stats than players that have been playing the whole season. Like, this guy was a menace, man. Get braces, 2 assists. He was a menace. And they compare him to Salah. Like, on footballing ability, don't even think about it. Stats, obviously, yeah, compare more you want. But if Robin wasn't as injury prone as he was, Salah would not come close to him. Royan says Bayern Munich going down. That's your opinion. Yes, I also think that to block Mbappe is more difficult than Haaland. Yeah, Mbappe is more. It's like a military with an air force, a navy, the Marines. It's like the U.S. military. Like fighting against the U.S. military. That's Mbappe, right? But Grealish is like, or Haaland is like the North Korean military. They only have a rocket, and that's about it. They can only threaten nukes. Oh, we have a nuke. They don't. But I have a nuke. Be scared of me. I have a nuke. I'm Kim Jong-un. But it's like, you don't have a Navy and Air Force. Even if you did shoot your rocket, you don't have much else. Mbappe is a complete footballer in terms of there's still things he lacks, but this guy can take penalties. He can score tap-ins. He can score from outside the box. He can create his own chances. He can dribble through 3 or 4 players. Whereas Haaland's finisher, poacher. That's about it. There's a major difference. So, yeah, I mean, Mbappe is a more dynamic player. That's a perfect way of putting it. So I think it's going to be harder to defend a player like Mbappe than Haaland, and we have done that. So why should it be difficult for us to keep Haaland quiet? Leipzig showed us how to do it. Leipzig in the first leg versus City, Pep don't get it wrong, Pep went to Leipzig Stadium and said, let's get a good result and go back to the Etihad and get him there. Don't get it twisted. That's what Pep told his players. But here's how I see that. I see that as City should have just gone to Leipzig Stadium and cooked them because they could. Like, they could have just done that. But there's a mentality where, like, Pep might come tomorrow and say, let's cook Bayern today because we can't win at the Allianz Arena. That's going to deflate his players. So if we have a second leg where we potentially get a decent result here against City, then, Pep already told his players that it was all up to them at the Etihad to get the job done. City will want to get the job done tomorrow. The pressure's on them. The pressure's not on us yet. It's going to be on us next week. Gosh, I forgot it was just next week. Gosh, man. The pressure will be on us next week. But for now, it's on City. Wait, is it actually next week? Nah, man. This can't be that close. Man. It's that close? Is that normal? Is that how it usually works? Wait, so do we have other semifinals tomorrow? Or, I'm hoping, like, dude, that's so dumb. Oh, we're in the quarterfinals. Here I am talking about semifinals. Oh, we're in the quarterfinals. There's 8 teams left. Okay, no, I was kind of confused why I'm seeing. Oh yeah, it does need to be next week because we're in May next month, which means if we're not done with the semifinals, how's the final going to be in June? Oh, No, that was crazy. I for sure was thinking we were in the semifinals yet. Like I was like, wait, so that means the final's gonna be a month away. So we're in the quarterfinals. I was. Why doesn't UEFA just start one game like 2 hours before, like, and then another game 2 hours after, to give people the opportunity to see both games? Because I would love to watch Madrid and Chelsea and Milan and Napoli at different times. It's more entertainment. It brings more eyeballs to other teams. People would probably watch Benfica versus Inter Milan if Bayern and City weren't also playing at the same time. No one's going to watch that game. Everyone's going to be watching our game. By the way, turn on the post notifications because we will be live, and put on all notifications because I'm never going to spam your inbox. I go live like once every 3 days now. But we will be doing a watch along. It's going to be the biggest watch along probably in this channel's history in terms of like magnitude of game. Probably the second biggest. I think even bigger than the Barcelona one, 8-2. Oh no, that was probably the biggest watch along in history. But someone says we just need a draw. We just need a draw. But City are gonna come out. Manchester City will come out trying to win the first leg. But we'll handle business. I think we'll cope with the pressure. Counterattack 1-0. We'll score first. All right. I see us scoring first. I see our players with complete and utter confidence. I see us doing something great, man. I really do. How you feeling? I think things have gone wrong. I don't see how. I see how maybe Sack and Nagelsmann could have made things go wrong, but the truth is we're out of the Pokal, but we're also first in the league. We beat Dortmund. We beat the same team that took us out of the Pokal. And it is what it is. But I don't think things have gone as wrong or as bad as we think. We're gonna learn what Tuchel's about tomorrow. If you wonder if Thomas Tuchel's gonna be sacked in a year or get a contract renewal in a year, we're gonna see his elements tomorrow. The Champions League brings out the worst or the best in managers. And Tuchel has shown himself to be capable of doing a lot. He has a team that's well-drilled, well-oiled. All he needs to do is find a way to motivate those players to do what they have to do. And when things aren't going his way tomorrow, because they certainly won't at some point, maybe Pep, and his team come out on top, Tuchel's going to have to be tasked with making those changes. I kind of hope Mane starts tomorrow, just because of his history with Man City. He's just one of those City players City players just don't play well against. Maybe Mane can cook tomorrow. Who knows? Don't talk Bundesliga. UCL should be our priority. I mean, technically, the Bundesliga will always be our priority because it's the competition with the most amount of games. So it's always a priority. Like when we sign players, we're not thinking about the potentially 8 or 10 Champions League games we could play with that player. We're thinking of the 34 Bundesliga. But I understand your point. Like you're saying, like we did sack Nagelsmann because we thought we could win it all. Now we're not going to win it all because we're out of the Pokal now. But we have to win it all with the champions. We have to win there. Like if Nagelsmann is sitting there like laughing at us, he's not going to be laughing because he's a Bayern fan. He'll be crying. If at the end of the season we don't win everything, trust me, everyone's going to be talking about, wait, what if we kept Nagelsmann? Maybe we could have played like this. Maybe our momentum could have continued. Guys, we had momentum. Like, we had the ability to beat PSG. No one thought we were going to beat PSG in the first leg especially. Everyone was like, Messi, Mbappe, Neymar. Neymar was injured. Like Mbappe got injured. They faked his injury, and then he was back fit, ready to go. No one thought we'd beat them at their own stadium 1-0 and then come to the Allianz and comfortably beat them. It wasn't like, it was an intense game. No, we handled Messi, we handled Mbappe, and then we just We didn't even have to try that hard. That's what I loved about Nagelsmann games in the big games. We didn't have these intense, just constant, he would just find a way to make the team not have to try so hard, but win efficiently. Like maybe just play well in a 10-minute spot. And maybe that wasn't the best thing, because the board looked at that as we're not playing well when we should be. So, yeah. We'll see we'll see. But I trust this team. I trust the ability of these players to do something magnificent. I trust them. I really do. I believe we will win this game. No, maybe draw. It's an away game, and I wouldn't mind a draw. This is the first time I'd be celebrating a draw, but we can win. Gosh, man, I spilled all my Capri Sun. Oh, now I gotta wash the shirt because I've wiped this table so many times with it. Oh, now I wipe my face with this freaking Capri Sun. What's wrong with me today? All right. We'll go for about 5 more minutes on the stream. Gravenberg should start beside Kimmich tomorrow because we need someone that can play out of press and start a counter. Have you guys seen the midfielder Leipzig signed to replace Konrad Leimer? Austrian Thiago Alcantara. This guy, Nicholas Seewald, is a code bowler, man. This boy is silky. Another Salzburg player going to Leipzig in another stunning money laundering move. Red Bull sending money to their other Red Bull account and then writing it off as a business expense when they do their taxes. Wow, magnificent business, huh? Who would have imagined he would sign that guy? This guy's been playing in the Red Bull system since he was 9 years old. You watch him and he is just silky on the ball. He's a good pressing midfielder, but on the ball, he keeps the ball like really well. He dribbles through pressure. If you ever see a player and in their description it says, is it even worth it pressing this player like Thiago or Verratti? Well, this guy is unpressable. And I am pissed because we're signing Leimer and Leipzig are signing a player that we probably need more than. Score prediction. City played last match with 3 defenders and 2 CDMs. Counterattacks are scary. See, that's the thing, though. Like, are City players that comfortable with a back? Maybe they are, but we can exploit that. Because back threes are easier to counterattack than back fives. If they're not playing a back five, then especially if their wing backs don't track back as efficiently as they should, which if they do track back, they lose the ability to counterattack because they don't have wingers anyways. Yeah, we're going to rely very much on the fact that City doesn't have fullbacks. Ake's not a fullback. He's always going to be a center back at heart. He might be really good there, but in a high-level game like this, you might just catch him slipping because his body doesn't turn like a fullback should. I got to call some random number, man. The lit should slide tackle Pat. I watched Ake. Only good thing with him is his marking and tracking. He's good on the ball. He's like comfortable on it too. But we'll see. Tomorrow we'll answer all our questions, guys. I gotta go. Thank you all so much for watching. I purposely made this one a little bit longer so we can interact and talk about it and have our tactical discussions and discuss the nuances of the game. Tomorrow will be a huge tie, which will define a lot of this season. This season could be a catastrophic failure if tomorrow ends up really bad, because no one's going to believe we can, let's say we concede 2 goals. I believe in my team and I love these players, but I don't trust us to go to our stadium and score 3, especially with, I don't know, we're going to need to try really hard tomorrow to keep the score line favorable to us so that when we go to the Allianz Arena, we can handle the job and do the business normally. Because I trust us there. But thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia and peace.